So without further ado, let me bring up our team from the Google Education Group Global. We've got Becky, we've got Bonnie, we've got Georgina, and we've got Jared. How is everybody today? Guys, welcome to Tech Coach Live.
Welcome, yay.
Hey.
Hello, thank you so much for having us.
I'm so excited, not only because it's Tech Coach Live, but because there's so many great things happening these days in G Suite. Talk to us a little bit about the Google Global Educator Group, something I'm a part of, and something that's really doing some amazing stuff. We just got done doing an amazing back to school week, didn't we, guys?
Yeah, we've done that. It's a group of people all over the world. Becky, Georgina, Jared, so much help. And we offer, which it's pretty much a TV channel. If you look at their YouTube, like there's stuff every day. It's grown exponentially, and it's all because, like I said, awesome people like Becky and Georgina. And Jared, it's been really great. And Jeff was great at our boot camp. We've done a level 1 and level 2 boot camp. And then Becky really picked up this, Georgina, this coach certification and just ran with it. It's been really cool.
Now, if you're looking for more information, you can, of course, check everybody out over on globalgeg.org. One of the things that I am so excited about here is our brand new Google Junior Training Series, guys. It is about 50, 60 or so amazing videos created by teachers for the purpose of sharing it with your students and with your parents. I love the concept here of helping parents learn how to use the tools that their students are going to be using, and also giving them an easy access to some of this stuff. I mean, guys, the videos on here are awesome. You can find, again, more information over at globalgeg.org, but sites, docs, forms, slides, Gmail, calendar, Keep, Meet, Draw, Earth, you name it. There are some great videos all organized here. Guys, this is an amazing document that I'm already seeing thousands of educators take advantage of. All of these are really, they're 90-second YouTube videos, give or take. Real easy and bite-sized content for everybody.
This is great stuff. As we tell you as a tech coach, don't reinvent the wheel. Here this is ready for you to use. Great stuff.
Absolutely. But today we're going to be talking about something new, something special in the world of tech coaching. We're going to be learning about the brand new Google for Education Certified Tech Coaching Program. Jared, what is this?
So this came out of the Dynamic Learning Project, which was a project founded by Google and Digital Promise. And the goal was to impact technology use in the classroom through coaching. And so for the last 3 years, the Dynamic Learning Project has grown exponentially, but now Google has rebranded it, taken all the research that we have learned from the project, and now turned it into the Google for Education Certified Coaching Program that's now open for everybody to take advantage of and to use everything that I've learned over the last 3 years and all the data and research and really can have an impact on you as a coach and for your school and students.
Now, why don't we take a look at some of the resources here? Can somebody share off where is this website? What is this website? How do we get onto it? And we'll, of course, be putting the links in our chat today over on Twitter, Facebook. We are broadcasting live. Becky, what do we got today?
All right. Hey, everyone. Sorry, I had to keep getting up and moving, but right here, this is on the Google for Education Teacher Center site. And right in here, if you scroll down just a little bit, we'll put this up. It gives all the directions on how to become a certified coach. And one of the greatest things about this program is it goes way beyond just getting a badge. There's a full curriculum included. I'm going to have to go on mute, so I'm going to let someone else take over and share a little bit about the program, just so you don't hear the screaming in the background.
So what can we expect when we visit this website, guys?
So the program is basically broken down into a basically student-led, I guess you could say, or a learner-led, coach-led certification program. So there are bite-sized chunks of self-paced course that you would go through. You hear from experiences from coaches. You read specific content related to the coaching curriculum. There's articles. You hear from experts that have been going through the DLP coaching, as Jared was mentioning earlier. And what I really like about this skills approach, this is a new interface that Google have launched recently. And what I really love about it is that it actually breaks everything down for you. So you're able to really organize your time. It tells you approximately how much time each section is going to take you. And it actually allows you to tick it off as you go through the curriculum. At the end of each section, there are short unit reviews that you can take. So it really follows along the same lines as the Google Certified Educator Level 1 and 2 platform as well. So you really have that nice consistency and streamlined approach to learning. So you become Google Certified Educator, then you can become a trainer and or an innovator, and then you can also become a coach. So I really like the way Google for Education have done an absolutely brilliant job of streamlining everything for us. There's also the opportunity to follow along a book study as well, which is optional. And so this is something that I actually am leading with this book right here by Jenny McGarrah, who currently is now working for Google. Called Courageous Adventures. So if you are an aspiring coach and you would like to share your experiences and learn from other inspiring ed tech leaders internationally, then you're welcome to join us. And we have a live book study chat every 2 weeks. And we use Google Slides, and it is a slow book study chat throughout the 2 weeks. And then we really do a deep dive together during the 2-week session. So it's a really nice yes, there is my awesome reading Bitmoji. So thank you for sharing that. But the book is it's more about the book, not the Bitmoji though, just so we're all clear. Jenny has basically shared her entire process that she went from as a classroom teacher into becoming a coach, and how we can actually meaningfully and authentically and actually purposefully integrate education technology in the classroom. So the book is absolutely phenomenal, and I'm really enjoying reading it for the second time to share with my colleagues. So we'll see if the other coaches on the call would like to add to that.
I know for me, it was our Bible, the first year of the DLP. So we read that, we did book studies through it. And it really was, for me, I've been a coach, a technology coach for 10 years. And I always say, the first few years of it was, helping teachers plug in their printers and fix projectors and, oh, by the way, would you like to use this app type thing? And then, through the project, the challenge-based coaching and reading Jenny's book, it really can transform you as a coach into bringing in that pedagogy and bringing in that impactful technology use with it. So highly recommend it if you haven't read that book.
Now, you said that the Google Educator Group Tech Coaches Network here is going through this book study, going through this as a curriculum. There's many tech coaches that are watching this live and going to be watching it later that are running tech coach groups in their school district. What advice do you have for any school district out there that's looking to take their cohort of tech coaches through the certification process?
Build your personal learning network. Honestly, get with other coaches, talk to them. Trying to do this solo, and that's really how this all started, was trying to do this solo and just looking at it and realizing, even though this was my job was to be an instructional coach and it was shifting to the technology, like I couldn't do it alone. And so whether you join our Google EC Open Chat and build a connection with educators and coaches in this group, or you build your PLN elsewhere, my biggest piece of advice would definitely be to focus on that PLN, that support group, having people that you can go to ask your questions as you're going through the curriculum or trying your first round of coaching. And that is how this group came about initially. But anybody else, what advice would you give?
Same. I mean, obviously, I believe in the power of PLN. because of global and stuff. It is a game changer. I like that this chat almost, I don't want to say the word accountability, but I know, okay, I need to have this done by this day. And that is helpful to everybody, and having a guide and having somebody to discuss it with, educators. I think we all really wear our partners out by talking about education and stuff. And it's really nice to have a group that gets it, and this amazing group you can learn from, for sure. Looking for that group of people you can talk to and say, hey, you're doing something cool. Like I said, I don't think there's a good group for coaches as of, now there is, but I'm glad they've really started this. So yeah, definitely second what Becky said, build your PLN. Absolutely.
Kaz, can you share when that chat occurs? Is that a weekly Twitter chat? Can you elaborate a little bit more, or is it just an ongoing hashtag and post whenever?
Great question. So really the group, what we have going, and I'll show you a few things. We have our open chat right in here in Google Chat, where educators can come at any time and ask their questions, find out what's going on. We have 143 whether they're coaches or applying for the coaching application process or just wanting to learn more. So there's over 143 people in here that you can share your thoughts and ideas and questions with. And actually right off the bat, one of the members quickly created a proposal. She wanted to start coaching in her school. And so she put together a proposal, shared it out with others. I know I've used it in my own district, and so a lot of collaboration and sharing happening in Google Chat. We also have our biweekly, so every other week, book study with Georgina. And then we meet once a month, not for the book study, but just to come together and collaborate. We actually have a meeting later today where all are welcome to come and just chat and share ideas and things that are happening. We have a shared drive, and let me get into the shared drive, where we're sharing resources with each other, a Q&A that people can come in and post their questions. Like I said, here's that proposal. And then just on Twitter, like you said, the hashtag, and sharing that way. There's a website being developed. There's a Wakelet. So resources galore.
The nice thing about having these resources is that they're actually collaborated resources. So it's not just the three of us loading resources into the shared drive as Becky's showing you on the screen. It's actually a collaboration of everybody who's participating in the chat and in the book study. So it's really, really nice, especially being that it is a global GEG group and PLN. It means that we're actually getting all these amazingly inspiring international approaches. And so I remember, we were chatting yesterday as the team, and Becky was even saying this is so awesome because even though the three of them live in America, it's just me on the other side of the world, live in America, they are doing things quite differently in their respective schools. So it's really, really, really awesome to be able to pull resources internationally and see oh, that's working really well over on that side of the world. Maybe I'll give that a try here, or that's working well, and let's share and let's grow and build together, which is all of the Google for Education vision, which is grow with Google. So it really ties in nicely, and which is why also we would appreciate and love for anybody else to come and join. So as Jeff, you were saying earlier that there are a lot of coaches watching today's session, please feel free to join us. And I know the link's going to be dropped in the chat, and we would love to collaborate and learn more with all of you.
Now, you mentioned the whole grow with Google motto, which is something that many tech coaches out there are trying to support their school districts in, bringing Google Apps for Education in, making sure that in this hybrid learning environment, we are all on that right path. Today's conference is all about making sure that we are supporting our tech coaches, especially now as we're going into what's probably going to be a fun and exciting school year. I want to go around the room here. Can you guys give any advice to any tech coaches out there of what is your plan for the next couple of weeks? How are you getting into your classrooms to make sure that you're being with teachers? How do you plan on doing the coaching model when students might not be in the classroom? How are you guys going to be looking to mold your next couple weeks as we start the school year? Becky, let me start with you.
perfect timing. Every time I go off mute, it gets loud and then it's quiet when I'm on mute. So it is quiet right now. I would say for me, we started this past week and we are honestly kind of starting in a triage mode where, because I'm in California, we're starting 100% virtually. We have new teachers coming in right now. We have long-term subs coming in right now that are needing that support. So that's where my start and my focus is, because although my role is to dive in deep and do inquiry cycles with teachers, I know that we need to have all students and all classrooms ready for the year to begin. So we're starting in triage, and then in later September, early October, I'll start working on one-on-one with teachers in inquiry cycles. And it's going to look different this year. And I'm going to rely on my PLN to ask those questions and say, I can't get into a classroom because we're virtual, but how can I still do these walkthroughs in a virtual setting? How can I still, lead or co-teach a session in these virtual settings? And so we're learning and we're going to grow together. And there's not like a set plan in place because it's all new.
Jared, how about yourself? What are you looking forward to this year? What's your plan of attack here?
Well, coaching is going to look a lot different this year. We're starting out hybrid, so hopefully we'll stay in this model for a while. But really, right now, the year is starting out with, just like Becky said, it's kind of triage. So it's trying to get everybody comfortable using the different tools that are available, maybe, building some skills here or there. And then hopefully, talking with my building principal, we're hoping we can kind of kick coaching off after the first, 30, 40 days of the school year, once everybody kind of gets comfortable with the new normal. And then we'll see where we go from there. But kind of like Becky, when you're only seeing students 2 days a week, how are we going to fit in trying to visit classrooms and things like that? So that's where your PLN is going to become very important in coaching in this new way.
Bonnie, how about you? What are some of the things that you're looking forward to, and what are you kind of nervous about?
We are 100% virtual like Becky. This week we started Monday, and this week like she said, it's been a lot of triage. And we were talking about this last night at midnight my time, but I'm just telling them you've got this, because I feel like it's a first year teaching for everybody, regardless of if you're a 30-year teacher. It's like everybody is starting from scratch, having to build out expectations and stuff. I offered training all summer and virtual, and we had more people than I've ever had. So I've just started this week, meeting with people one-on-one, and trying to get them, because sometimes I work at the district level. We've got about 40,000 students, about 5,000 staff members. And so I've been trying to go in, I did get to go to a physical school that, where the teachers were working, and just pop in and say, hey, what do you need? And they were so shocked by this. They're like, oh my God, I'm so glad you're here. So one is right now, I feel like I'm just a cheerleader. And then in the next few weeks, once the tech settles down, then I want to work with them with meaningful integration of technology, not just substitution. So just as a phased approach, and just reminding everybody to be really flexible.
You had mentioned that you're getting a lot of traction from your sessions. What are teachers asking for? What are they looking for? What are they saying, I need help with, because I know this is going to be coming up? One
is we're using Meet. So the one thing I think we've used, it's how do I use Meet? How do I, because I've never, a lot of people, I feel like I live on Meet, but they don't. So that's the first one, is those basic tech skills. And then they almost jump directly to we have a state curriculum. How can I use this in my curriculum? Specific examples of
that's
how
awesome.
Can I integrate this into my subject area?
That's awesome.
And so, yeah, that's what we've been working on. We built a lot of stuff. We built Nearpods for the curriculum for the first 15 days for every subject level. And so that's been really helpful. But specific, how can I do this?
Now, Georgina, you're coming at this whole tech coaching thing from a different point of view. we're coming at it from the current point of view of a country with COVID. You're coming at this from a completely different point of view. Talk to us a little bit about where you are currently, and are your schools dealing with virtual versus physical issues right now?
Yeah, so it's an interesting question, and I think you checked the news this morning, Jeff. Good on you. So Jeff is correct. I'm joining from Amman, Jordan in the Middle East, and so things are a little different because our numbers are, I'm quite grateful for that, a little lower than other countries in the world. Our airports are not open, which means that we have less traffic coming in and out, which means that there is a very high chance that we will be able to re-enter schools regularly in person with social distancing, of course. And so the coaching cycles will look a little different. I'm hoping to continue off where I left off last time with teachers that I have been coaching in the previous school year, but we also, being in an international school, have a new cohort of teachers joining as well. So I'm actually looking forward to doing the Gripe Jam from scratch, which is allowing educators to find a challenge that they'd like to work on in ed tech integration, and we will hopefully be able to do that in person. However, I am prepared because you never know in the Middle East if things are going to change at the very last minute. So I'm looking forward to using things that I learned about at the book study and with the Google EC Open Chat with Becky and everybody about using, for example, like Jamboard, and how can we use the sticky notes to organize our ideas and challenges that way. I also really liked what Bonnie was saying about scaffolding experiences and going step by step. My biggest advice to coaches going into this year, whether it is in a hybrid model, in person, or fully online, is please meet your teachers wherever they are. Everybody is entering this academic year at a different place for many different reasons, and it's really important as coaches that we are your educators' biggest cheerleaders. Every small win is a very big win, so please take the time and the opportunity to celebrate your staff for every little thing that they're doing, because it will be really big and it will help them and motivate them and inspire them to take the next steps forward. So, yeah.
So we've had a great outlook here from this amazing panel here, all about the Google Education Certified Tech Coaching Program here. I'm excited about it. I know going into this school year is something I'd like to work on with my staff and getting them involved in, really helping them prepare their teachers for what's going to be an amazing school year. What do you think about this great program, Sue?
Oh, this is so exciting. I love the open chat. I can't wait to follow the form and sign up and to be able to collaborate with other tech coaches across the country. That's awesome.
Well, guys, thank you so much. We're going to transition here to our second topic. Guys, take a moment here. Where can we find you? Where can we get a hold of everything? And please share some of those links and stuff. Becky, I'll start with you. How do we reach out and find not only Becky, but all the Google Global Educator groups?
So you can reach me at Tech with Becky on Twitter. You can, that's honestly one of the quickest ways. There's also a form that was dropped in the chat. If it hasn't yet, it will be. If you sign up there for the EC Open Chat, I will add you to the shared drive. I'll add you to the Google Chat, and you'll get connected that way. Also, hashtag Google EC. Hashtag Google EC. You can reach out that way as well. But otherwise, filling out that form will get you attached to all of us, and you'll get added everywhere.
Bonnie, where can we find all the great things that you're doing?
You can find me on Twitter at Bonnie Chalette, or go straight to the globalgeg.org site, and we've got links for all this.
Nice.
So yeah, you can jump in there. That's a short link. I've dropped the links for the form in the chat, and we're working on a site to put all this in one place. Nice. So come join us for that.
Georgina, where can we find out all the great things that you're doing?
You're all welcome to come visit me in Jordan, yes. But please, after it becomes safe, okay? But on a serious note, you can reach me at TechieLeader.edu, which is located underneath my face here. And please join us on globalgeg.org, because all of the local GEGs that we support individually as well as leaders are also linked through globalgeg.org. So it's a really great central place to start.
I totally agree. Jared, where can we find some of the great things that you're doing?
Well, you can follow me on Twitter at edtech_ology. And two, just talking about building your PLN. So what everybody's already mentioned before, global GEG, the chat, but I also throw out there too, hashtag DLP coaching. That would give everybody a look back over the last 3 years of the project and what different coaches did there too. And again, is another great way to find help and resources of coaches who have lived and breathed the program for 3 years. And then one last thing, if you go to Digital Promise, Digital Promise has a coaching playbook on their website, and that has some great data and resources as well. If you're looking to bring this to your school administration or district administration to say, hey, look what coaching can do. It's been proven, and get involved with Google coaching program that way.
You've been listening to the TeacherCast Educational Network, hosted by Jeff Bradbury. Please reach out to the show with all of your questions on Twitter @TeacherCast or online at www.teachercast.net. Be sure to subscribe to our podcast so you don't miss any future episodes. And please take a moment to write a review in the App Store.